What's the most migration mistake you have seen?
Major mistake I have seen when any student coming to Australia to study, they end up in the wrong course. I have seen one guy who did 12 or 13 diplomas and none of them was fruitful for PR. $10,000 per course.
$150,000. Oh,
yeah, $150,000. There are three things: past, migration, current policies, future, which you can project if you are well aware about the past policies and trend and you know well about the current. Then you can only forecast the future, which is going to change your life. Person will get PR who is having enough knowledge, not just the recommendation.
How to cross-verify? Is he a correct person or what's the checklist?
Many migration agents provide free consultation. In free consultations, in 15-10 minutes, nobody can understand your profile. It is not going to help. Paying to different people for sponsor visas, which is totally unethical. When somebody is forcing you to or asking you to sign the paperwork, if somebody is forcing you, just do it now. Sense of insecurity is there. When somebody is saying sign the paperwork right now, take a step back.
Hey guys, welcome back to KapsTalks. Anyway, so today we have, first of all, Devender Bhaiya. Pleasure to have you. Just before going forward, you have already read the title of this podcast, but just to tell you, this guy, how I know him, let me tell you first. Great, humble and really a grounded person.
Thank you.
Apart from his own profession, what he does, how he helps the people. It's like I cannot comment on it because it's really above beyond, right? But tonight, I would say we would still be sticking on the same topic, which is related to the mistakes of the people who are making. And I want your guidance. I want your ways. How would you solve it? People are making migration issues, migration mistakes, and especially students. And you have seen multiple cases. So we'll go forward with it. But for the people who don't know you, if you can brief your intro, your profession, what you are, what you do, and then we'll go forward.
Myself, Devender Singh. I am a registered migration agent in Australia, working in this industry since 2018, and we are particularly doing. I would say we are doing all visas, other than few visas, because we are not specialized in those visas. So it is all going good so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
How long have you been in this industry?
I think 8 years.
Almost a decade?
Yes,
almost a decade.
Nearly a decade, yeah.
So how was it, like just a personal experience? How this industry is right now going? Because being honest, I have seen things not going good. Sometimes things are going boom, and especially when the rules get changed randomly. Mm-hmm. You and us as a students obviously get impacted.
There are two sides of this. One is from the students or immigrants or migrants point of view. Another one is from the country or Department of Home Affairs.
Okay.
When we look from the Department of Home Affairs or from the Australia's point of view, there's not much change, to be very honest, because they have nearly the same quota every year for the migrants. Mm. What they're changing is they're changing the policies around some visas to make them more streamlined, make those visas more their integrity. They're trying to maintain the integrity of that particular. For example, when we talk about student visa, they're trying to maintain the reputation of Australian education system.
I agree.
There is no such commitment from the Department of Home Affairs that they are giving the PRs to students. Student visa is generally for one person to come here in Australia to study a particular course to make their career. Okay. So I would say no changes from the Department of Home Affairs point of view. In the migration sector, it looks like that they're changing, but they're just refining, they're making the visas more better, aligned to the Australian economy, aligned to the Australian citizens and permanent residents. They're making it better for people who are getting PR. They're not making worse for temporary visas, but if a temporary resident who is on a student visa or on a TR, if they build and make their profile better, eventually they become permanent resident.
Okay. I get your point, Bhaiya, but just one thing. We, as students, when we see podcasts, when we see the news coming up, it's true. Someone might not agree, but we get frightened, right? We get like, what's happening?
Yes.
So before going into questions, I really want your advice in the start, especially for those students how they can keep their calm, especially when things are changing randomly every day, every night.
Yeah.
Example, they have changed from 1st of March, if I'm correct, the fees of 485 visa to be a double value.
Double, yeah.
How can they keep calm?
I always advise and explain, especially, for example, if I take any individual for the first consultation. That first consultation goes around 45 minutes to an hour or sometime beyond. In that meeting, I would like to see what is the total background of that individual. Family background, financial background, qualification background, employment, current and past, like myself, so that I can advise that individual accordingly. Looking back, when we say, okay, the changes are there, they get scared. Like, we all get scared. Oh, something changed suddenly overnight. For example, recently they did 407 training visa. People can't lose temporary activity, sponsorship, nomination and visa together. Previously it used to be for people who are on 405 and increasing the visa application fees for 405. Why people get scared? Because they're not prepared enough. If someone is ready enough in terms of financial, understand the family situation well, himself or the person who is advising that individual, if they're ready enough, for example, they have buffer money in behind, that double fee, it harms the pocket, but it is not going to impact in a longer run.
Makes sense.
I say prepare yourself, all small segments, financial segment, spending less, earning in a good phase, having support from offshore if they can, having family support from offshore, emotional support, or if somebody is having family here, they can support them. So these are the small chunks of an individual's family life or overall life. So then definitely those changes may affect, but they're not going to impact them badly. That's my personal experience and understanding.
See, the thing is, I talked to him before as well with this, apart from the camera, and he has given the same advice. Yes, I agree, Bhaiya, that we need to take care of some money. And I have personally seen, because I have a group of, like, I won't say group, I have subscribers, right? So I see students spending their money on unwanted things, and you might have seen them too.
Yeah, definitely.
So within going forward, here comes the first question.
Yep.
It can be the same, but you have worked with migrants, you have worked with international students for many years, almost a decade. What's the most expensive migration mistake you have seen in someone who's new or someone who's still there but still making the same mistake that you really want them to correct, and how?
Sadly speaking, major mistake I have seen when we are coming, or any student coming to Australia to study a course, they end up in the wrong course.
Oh, yes.
Very common cause where people fail. They're just studying a course they didn't research about. For example, I have seen number of examples, and I can put forward those examples here. I have seen one guy who did, I think, 12 or 13 diplomas, and none of them was fruitful for PR.
Oh.
Those, if I say simple, $10,000 per course.
Yes.
And you guys can do the calculation rest.
$15,000. Oh my God.
Okay.
Sorry, not 15. 1,50,000. Oh
yeah, $150,000 and time to do a course, and a year to one diploma. So these all courses did not give him PR. Still, that family is struggling to get PR.
Still.
Yes. I don't want to use their name, but I know that family very well. When I look back at their case, and another problem, the costly mistake is not understanding their profile well from the day one. First, they're going for the wrong course. Second, they're not building up the profile. They're not even preparing the documents well. They're not aligning. When that family came to us to handle the case, we have a number of cases like that. Over the years of experience, I've seen that. When that family came to us, we were asking for the documents. I don't know where it is. And I think it took us to get the documents around a month. So going into the wrong courses, not preparing and keeping the documents properly. So these are the common mistakes I have seen, and there are a number of mistakes, but I can give some. For example, going to the person for the advice is not aware about the current Australian law. There are three things in the Australian migration sector. One is the past migration.
Yeah.
Another one is current policies.
Yeah.
Another one is the future, which you can project if you are well aware about the past policies and trend, and you know well about the current. Then you can only forecast the future. For example, let's say last to last year, Victoria had a different quota for 491 state nomination. Recently, they reduced. Mm-hmm. Now, it will be reduced further because in the next migration program year, 26-27, they have reduced the Department of Home Affairs. They have reduced the quota of subclass 491. So, looking into that factor, you have to forecast. So, this is another mistake where people make this mistake, that not going to the person who knows the rules well. For example, if one person doesn't know about this past, current, and cannot forecast the future, definitely going to give the wrong advice.
And that's how people end up doing 15 diploma courses.
Exactly right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's disheartening.
That's a sad.
Okay, you said, really random vague question. Mm-hmm. You said that we need to check which agent or immigration lawyer we are pursuing. How to check? If I come to you, or if a person comes to any random lawyer or a Mara agent, how to verify? How to cross-verify? Is he a correct person? Or what's the checklist?
Good question. First and foremost, go to the Omara's website.
Okay.
And look for the migration agent's name, registration number. So you can find that person is not sanctioned, not barred, not cancelled. So you see when that person is registered. For example, my registration number is 1804171, means I was registered in 2018. So the first two numbers will tell you when the person is registered. So for example, if somebody is registered back in 2005, 2006, there is a registration number start from 0506. That gives you clear picture. Okay, this person has got that much experience. Next thing is, person must visit their website. Mm-hmm. So that you can see, okay, what sort of information is on that agent's website or that agency's website, and they should go also the social media web platforms. What sort of content those migration agents and their agency is putting. There are different, I'm not going to judge anything, but in general we say there are different individuals who really want to help people. And on the other hand, there are some, they just want your money. You have to figure it out where I'm going to give that money to get the professional advice. The one who really is intent to help or helping people in a right manner, or the one is just influencing the innocent individuals, get the money. So you have to figure it out. Okay, this way, I'm not saying that you come to us, to the audience. This is general advice from, even though this is not migration advice, this is your personal, I would say research.
Okay.
One should do it before reaching to a conclusion that I'm going to this migration agent or this migration lawyer. Simple example I can give you. For example, if you have to buy a car or pair of shoes.
Okay.
How many shops we go?
At least 3-4
minimum. 4 or 5. And also, why not for a migration advice which is going to change your life?
Yes. The shoe won't, the car won't.
No. If you get your PR within the given time frame, or why I say given time frame, for example, some people are on 485, there is a time limit that one person has to do within the time.
Yes.
And when it comes to the migration advice, we simply go with the recommendation of friends. That is where we all immigrants make mistake. Make sure you do enough homework. Go to the Department of Home Affairs website, go to Amara's website, check the registration number, then go to the website, then go to the Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and see what sort of material is there. Is updated or not? Second, and this is the first. Second part you can do, go to the Department of Home Affairs website. Read it well, understand well. In today's day, I always say, person will get PR who is having enough knowledge, not just the recommendation. So knowledge means you should know as an individual, as an applicant of PR, that I'm going to get PR, but I should do homework, do research, then get the service. And I always say, go for paid consultation, at least 2, 3, 4, 5. That pays off in the longer run. I have seen where people say, can I get free consultation? And I say, yes, you can. Come for 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, many migration agents provide free consultation. In free consultation, in 15-10 minutes, nobody can understand your profile.
Yes.
And advising on that 15 minutes time frame, it is not going to help. And I have seen with my experience, people who spend years and years studying wrong courses, spending heaps of money, paying to different people for sponsor visas, which is totally unethical. And when it comes to the paid consultation, oh, too much. No, we should pay at least little bit to 2-3 people, or migration agents or advisors and or lawyers. Get to know first who will be my migration agent or a lawyer the rest of my life. Then see the service they're providing. If a migration agent and his team, they're very straightforward. They're providing service like within a few minutes or an hour, or in a day, they're responding it well. You go with them. Then when you are at one step, for example, you got one visa granted, don't sit and wait. Prepare for the next visa, which may lead to your PR. Get the education. For example, if somebody has got the student visa granted and they are in India or offshore in any country, or they are in Australia, they should not sit. I like people who come to us within 1 or 2 months when they're in Australia. And then they hold our hand, they move, they walk towards their final destination, where they want to be, in their career, and where they want to be as a permanent resident. This is my personal analysis, where I say you should choose this way to figure it out who will be your right migration advisor. Sorry about the long explanatory.
But no, it's actually required. The reason is, that's also one of the questions, sorry, but it's not here, but I really wanted to ask you.
Yep.
I was prepared for this question anyway. See, these days, I won't take any names, but these days we can definitely see some agents having their licenses cancelled.
Yeah.
And they are professionals, like they have their Omara websites, registrations and all.
Yeah.
Okay, you gave the checklist of how to find a correct agent. How to trust the agent? Like, how will you know that is this agent's actually... I'll be really straight.
Yeah.
Students have this misconception that, okay, agents are charging me this much, maybe they're just trying to fill their pocket.
Yeah.
It's fine, they have
that's their business.
Some agents don't work on this myth, but still the myth is in the market.
Yeah.
How will a student or how will a migrant they have verified the agent, okay, he's the correct one, but should I actually trust him, or is he just using me as a money making machine? So, because see, that's my experience. My experience was, You see, that's not a checklist, but one of the point of the checklist, because he mentioned when I came to him, he said, if you want to go out in the market, go out, talk to 1,000 agents. Don't even make us as your actual agent. He gave me I won't say the opportunity, he didn't hold me out in the same room and said, stay with us. No, he said, go out in the market, that's your choice. Then you will see how truthful are we. Now I would love to see your life. Sorry, this is what we are.
No. Thank you for that. I always say this, what Kapil said. When you need to see whether that person is really honest person and wants to help you, if somebody is making you to take decision quickly, for example, in migration industry, we are obeyed and we have to follow the code of conduct given by Department of Migration Agent Authority. We have to have the agreement, service agreement, and Form 956 if we are assisting in any visa application. If somebody is asking you to sign the paperwork right away, means they have a sense of insecurity that if this person leaves the office without signing the paperwork,
he's gonna go.
He's not coming back. Because when, for example, if you go to any sales, any store,
shoe market again.
Yeah, any take the example of any. Let's say nowadays electric car companies.
Okay.
Recently, I have the experience. We went to. I'm not going to say the name of the company. We went to an electric car company where the sales rep was insisting us to take the decision right now. And I realized with my personal experience that this company is not going to fly long and they're struggling. I read an article. They're struggling in the market because when somebody is forcing you to or asking you to sign the paperwork immediately, unless your visa is expiring today.
That's a separate case.
That's a separate case. If somebody is forcing you, just do it now. Or pay the deposit. Sense of insecurity is there. Means that I'm so sorry to say that. I'm not saying to some migration agencies and the agents, they're doing really exceptionally good work. They're helping people. I know many migration agents and they're my friends. I'm just saying in general, because after all, they are all my peers and friends. In the industry, we can't say that. But yes, if somebody is, some of them, they have practiced to do this. Like, because that's how they run the practice. But that's part of practice. They have to do it because they're busy. But some of them, they do it intentionally. I have heard from the students that, Ki Paji, agent made me to sign paperwork.
Oh.
Now I can't move. Recently, we have a case of Administrative Review Tribunal, ART case, where that person was really like us to assist. But he said, sadly, that, when we lodged the student visa, migration agent, took some money in advance that if your visa is refused, we will assist you. You don't need to worry. And we asked, did you sign the paperwork? He said, no, I didn't. Then we requested him if you could take the refund back. Then he went to the particular person. He said, no, we do not have policy to refund. Definitely they might have that service agreement and clause in there. Coming back to the point, where should be careful. When somebody is saying, sign the paperwork right now, take a step back. Wait for a moment. And hold, like, for example, if you need to buy something which is not required, which we don't need it, and that is emotional buying if you buy it.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And if you hold for a minute or 2 minutes, okay, I'll come for this tomorrow. For example, if you go to supermarket or any store where the clothes and stuff is there and you like something, when you're emotional in that window, you pay and buy and that's it. On the other hand, you say, okay, I'll do it next week. And the next week, because that is not mandatory, that was by just emotion. At the same time, when it comes to the migration advice, go for paid consultation, check that person's integrity and, the checklist we did it, discussed. Then another day. Give it a couple of days, then go back and okay, now I'm fine. These are the few things For example, I can give you some of the cases I have heard that, some of the, I'm not saying about, because we have a relationship with the businesses, some course providers, they say, okay, if you enroll yourself today, we will give you that much discount. Even though that discount is always there. We need to be careful when deciding upon who is right or wrong.
It's a market of really...
Yeah. Money is need.
Yes.
But it should not be, part of just the money.
Yeah.
End of the day, it's not going with us.
And also, as I have met him in the start, as I started the podcast as well, sometimes business, money, work, it's okay. But the ethics that you bring on the table, that makes you different. And that's why I'm sitting with this person. It's not the case that I have got so many, I won't say the names, I've got so many migration agencies messages. Let's have a podcast. Let's do a marketing video. I have never ever used any migration like agency or anything with under my name. Because when people see me, they see someone who's unbiased of any agency. And even right now, when, being honest, when he sit with here, he said that I don't want to take my migration agency name because I don't want people to have an impact that I'm trying to promote stuff. No. He's just here to help you as a student or as a migrant to understand and choose wisely and correctly. And
that's where I get the lot of energy. Sometimes some people say I don't get tired. When I help others, I never get tired.
Yes. And we also had just a great cup of tea made by his wife. So that's also one of the reasons why we are energetic. Okay. So, Bhaiya, how do people, I get your point because of agents, but outside of agents as well, would love to know, there's a point you said about homework. Right? How or why do people usually end up choosing wrong visa pathways? Not the courses. Wrong visa pathways. Do they not have knowledge? Yes, it can be a case because I also don't have all the visa knowledge. It's your profession, so you might know. But how do they end up in the wrong migration strategy? Except agents, that I've got it. By themselves, what they can do. Not ending up in the wrong visa pathways.
This is interesting question. And quite complex, and let me
simplify it.
Yeah, simplify it. There are 3 ways we all get information. One, from the peers, friends, family members, who came here while ago in Australia, many years back. For example, I came in 2007. So that time, policies, rules, pathways were different to get the PR. Some people say it was easy, but not really. That wasn't easy at that time for some. I know some people, they're still not permanent resident.
Still from 2007?
Yes. Because they end up with we're going with the 3 ways. One, with their peers, family friends advice. Another one is they go with their own thought process.
This is not even true. They're just random thoughts.
Yeah, okay. That's called hypothetical
situations.
Okay, I would like to do this. Not pragmatically, practically, Another one is ending up with the wrong migration advisor's advice.
Which you said.
So these are the 3 ways people end up with the wrong visas.
Okay.
We can take one example from the hypothetical side, and one we can take it from the peers' advice. One, someone would like to be, for example, career. I always focus on you should choose your career, and PR is on the way ticket.
Yes.
If you are targeting the PR, you might not get both. Eventually, some get by accident, some don't. For example, if somebody has decided, okay, I would like to be as a software engineer, for example, but actual work is not there. How to become a software, proper plan is not executed.
Yeah.
Somebody, if I will do an IT degree, master's, bachelor's, I can get a sitting job. So just did the bachelor degree, master degree, getting the assignment done by someone else, which is totally prohibited by the Australian education system. Should not do it. But that degree is degree. That is not the qualification itself. When you attain a qualification, means you really hold the skills. Nobody can stop you from getting the employment, and nobody can hold you from getting the PR. That is the on thought. Another way, I'm just trying to simplify and short. Another way, when you rely on your friends and peers' advice. For example, one is doing Bachelor of Business, then decided to do a trade course. Okay, my friend is doing, sorry to say that I'm not targeting a group of people, but in general, I won't say the name of the trade course. Simple, let's say trade course A. My friends are doing this trade course. Invitation came on 65.
Oh.
Easy, peasy.
Get your point.
No homework. They don't know about the employment. And how that work is going to be done. For example, now I can give the example of the trade course. For example, trade course is bricklaying. One has decided, okay, I'm doing this course, but no homework is done. How the bricklaying job is done. For example, if you are a bricklayer, you have to work outside. Summer days in Australia, temperature goes 45. In winter, cold, you have to work outside. But you started the course, enrolled, you paid initial fees to the course provider on the advice of migration advisor. Going to the college, certificate 3 done, but you haven't started working in the occupation. Means you wasted any year doing Cert 3. Other courses are like that. Any course, like trade courses, I don't want to say the names. I just gave you the example. Then certificate 3 complete, not getting job, not efforts. How to get a job? That is totally different. We may discuss in any other podcast or somewhere else in some separate discussion. If one is not working on proper way and took the decision based on friends' advice, okay, go for this trade course. And that is now becoming a problem, ending up in the wrong course. So third one, if somebody ends up with the migration advisor, okay, do this, you will get PR in that course because people are getting PR.
Yeah.
I don't want to name the course, just in general. And you, by the time you do the trade, any course, rule changes. Why rule changes? That's a separate question. A rule changes because Department of Home Affairs is not the body just to change the rule. They have a lot of statics, lot of policy changing stuff. Then they make the decision, okay, these many people will be getting invited in that particular occupation. So being as a migration advisor, any of us, they are my friends, peers, we are a professional, we have to be careful. It is not advised to them, to be very honest, just saying in general. We have to be careful, and that person has to be careful when advising to vulnerable person who is looking for a pathway to PR. Looking for a pathway to PR is your right. You should look for it. You are entitled to it because it's your life at the end of the day. That person should hold the knowledge and credibility. That person must understand how Australian migration system works. Taking some time to understanding, learning, not just the migration law itself, understanding the economy a little bit, understanding the way Australian system works is important for that person to advise to a student who is just looking for your face that you will eventually guide me so that I can get PR. So 3 ways: migration advisor, my own hypothetical thoughts. If I'll do that, I will be that personal individual, like as I said, software engineer, I'll get PR. Third one is just based on peers advice. So these are the three ways people may end up in the wrong courses, yeah.
Or the visa.
Sorry about the long explanation.
No, it's all good. Which I understood from your saying, especially the worst. See, migration agent, that's your choice. What you have your own thoughts, that's your choice.
Yeah.
But when you consider things, when you compare your file, your application within your peers, I still feel that's the worst. Reason is because you're comparing your personal level to someone else.
Yes.
Everyone has different English scores, different courses, different ways, different financial situation, different academic situation. How can you compare? Still, students compare that, hey, I get comments that, hey, my visa came in, my visa is not coming, it's been 3 months, and my friend's visa came in 5 days.
Yeah. That's separate.
He's your friend. It's fine, but it doesn't mean that, even if it's same, but it doesn't mean you're both files going to get same time, the acceptance or the rejection.
Exactly right.
But they don't understand it. So you need to understand, Department of Home Affairs consider every file separately, even if we are best friends or a couple. Unless you file together, that's a separate case.
Yes.
So, yeah. We have time, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. You can go another few minutes.
So, see, the questions are, obviously, you have, when you gave examples, it actually cleared out so many questions randomly, because I was like, okay, he has already answered it in a way. Right now you can see a question, what's the biggest red flags? But you just mentioned in your examples, so I guess he's well prepared more than me.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a thing, would love to know, but before that, it was not in the description of the podcast. That's a small rapid fire round, and I would love to do one with you if you can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So, rapid fire, right? Just need PR or career?
Very good question. And this question should be there in every single individual's mind. As I said earlier, PR is important. Career is the most important.
Yeah.
If you're looking into career and imagine yourself, like for example, you have a vision. Okay, after 10 years or 15 years, I will be doing this business and I will have these many people in my team. I never call team employees. They will be my team.
Yeah.
Just imagine 10, 15, 20 people in your team or 100 people, whatever you can. Imagine that. And you have a very big office or whatever. Imagine, not just imagine, write it down. That's called Vivid Vision. You should all read that book. Vivid Vision. I forgot the name of the writer. In that book, I learned that you should write down the vision. And never share, in the start at least. If you share with someone, you even didn't write it. All right? Means it's gone.
Yeah.
When we say something like a vision to someone else, which we haven't even written yet, and you say to someone, the sense of accomplishment is there and it's gone.
Yeah.
So, career is important. Write it down. It's the most important, I said. Write it down. Execute and then start backwards. From those 15 years, start walking back. Writing down the steps all the way back. It's today. Okay. I will do this. Let's say, for example, I'm going to give you one career example. Let's say you've done Bachelor of Nursing. Done. Today is 26. By 29, I will done my Bachelor's of Nursing. Registration there, apply for TR, 2 years TR, according to today's law. If changes, we don't know.
Yeah.
By 2031, I will have 8 bands each, nutty, all points are there. If I'm single, my 10 points are there. If I'm married, my partner will be skilled, 5 points. My partner will have competent English, 5 points there. Means I will be the top-notch profile. And by the 2031, I will be about 25, single or married, have more points. Okay, I'll get invite.
Yeah.
Because occupation is from the healthcare industry, is in demand, no issue. Okay, then imagine you get married, also family is there. You should give the priority to the family. Kids, blah, 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 blah. Write down house by 2020, 2030 or 33, sorry. And then by 2036 or 7, I will get done with the nursing job. I will complete Masters of Nursing Practice Management. Visualize. I'm going to tell you what I visualized in my mind being as a registered nurse. Then, once degree is completed, I will stop working as a registered nurse. Then I will go and work with a practice as a practice manager. I will learn that by 2040. Done. My family is settled. I got the PR. I done the bachelor degree or whatever some people do, Masters of Nursing. By 2040, I will be working as a practice manager. I will be learning what? Doing a job in an occupation is important because you're getting paid and you're learning the skill.
Yes.
By 2044, I will do my own practice. And I will hire the doctors, nurses to be part of my team. Imagine you have a big practice in the heart of any suburb in Australia.
Yeah.
And then still not sleeping well. I always say, yes, health is important. Sleep is much needed, 8 hours at least a day.
Yeah.
Then when you have a business, you have a responsibility. When you have a responsibility, you don't need alarm. I never put alarm.
Oh, you still wake up without alarm?
Yeah, I do. And by 2044, you will have your own practice if you walk either from today's point of view and from the backward. But coming backward means you got the vision, you're coming back and walking from this way, you got all the milestone and you can write down, okay, if I need to get 8 band each, I have seen many people say, I'm doing practice, I'm preparing. But at the same time, how many hours? If you do 15-20 minutes a day and do it for 1 year, calculate those 15 minutes a day into 365. You will get the hours and divide by 60. You will get the hours, that how many hours you have done. But when it comes to your end of visa where you need those 8 band, 6 band, you need to either quit the job, either you have to stop working, then you will not have, then I will say that's called restless nights, not sleeping, stress because visa is about to expire, not getting invite, your TR. Some people I have seen where unfortunately they do not get TR band score, which is not much. Yeah. So I always say when we have a very first meeting, I always go for 45 an hour, sometime 2 hours. My partner, my wife says, why you take that long with the first consultation? I say, no, I would like to know that individual well before I start assisting, before our team start assisting. So that's why I say dream and give the importance to the career. PR you will get somewhere by in one imaginary case, you will get that PR by I think 2031 or 32, because if you're walking and that way. So that's just an example of one thought about one occupation. But if one is focusing on the career, PR is there. If you focus on the PR, on the other hand, okay, now I can give you a couple more examples when one is focusing the PR. Okay, let's take one A course going to lead me to PR, not working in that occupation after starting the course. Not preparing for English, not preparing for NATI, not preparing CV, the resume, not applying the jobs. There is no such need in many occupations where you need a qualification. In some occupations, you start working in the industry as a beginner. For example, any trade course, you don't need certificate 3. You just start working with someone to learn the skill. I can give you example of carpentry. Okay, to getting the JRP, TR, PR, you need certificate 3 plus diploma. if you're going via the employer's sponsor pathway. But getting an employment just to learn, you don't need a qualification. Go and work with someone who is really like-minded person, training you so that you learn. By the time you finish your certificate 3 or any trade course certificate 3, you become competent enough to apply where you get more pay, where you work with respect, and you don't need to change the course. On the other hand, when one is not working in the field, not preparing for 7, 8, whatever band, because I have not seen, my experience, a language can be improved overnight.
Yeah.
It takes consistent
Time,
practice. There is no such thing, is my personal experience. I have come from Hindi medium background.
Yeah, me too.
And I think I got 8+ bands in IELTS in 2018 or 17.
Again, practice.
Practice.
Yeah.
So do not change the courses. Think about the career. You will get the PR.
I really like the point that PR is important, but career progression is the most important.
Most important, yeah.
Because even after you get PR, then you don't have, for example, today I get a PR. If I don't have a good career, then I won't grow.
Yeah, I can give you my example. To be very fair enough, I don't want to praise myself. I did Masters of Biotechnology when I was in India. I was teaching.
You're a teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I used to teach in high school for senior secondary students. I love that profession. That is still in my blood.
I can see.
I love teaching and love helping people. And I came here, fortunate or unfortunate, I don't know.
Fortunate, come on, please. It's fortunate
Right.
we are doing a podcast.
Yeah.
It's fortunate.
I came in the management course. 2 years.
Totally different.
Totally different. Because number of things didn't play a role in my favor.
Okay.
My financials were not good. I was in an age I needed to be settled. I was not 20-year-old. I was not 18-year-old. I was, I think, 25. When we are in that age, we all get pressure. Getting married, financial, many factors. That's why I always say strategize in advance. Because in that time when I came with my friends, we were not well informed as today. Because there was no social media, no YouTube. There was YouTube, but not
enough videos.
Yes, exactly. So I did that course. I worked in a totally different industry. Then I realized, I did drive taxi, to be very honest, because that was the way to move forward. Because you need an income. And sometimes some people say, why you end up in this occupation, in profession? I used to drop some people when I see they don't have money, without money. That I did it. I don't want to praise myself. I did it a few times. Then I realized this is not the way I can help more people. I should do something where I can help more people. Then I did my homework. I tried and discussed with my wife and end up with this. Because when she came in 2013 to Australia, we went to number of places so that she can, start her career back in the study. She did it. We couldn't find the way because wherever we were asking, people say, we don't know what you can do. We don't know. Even we offered money, if we can give...
Paid consultation.
Paid consultation. Nobody came forward and asked us, okay, you can do that. And unfortunately, she couldn't proceed in her occupation. I couldn't proceed in my occupation. And that's fine. But now we have decided, okay, let's help the young generation. At least they can thrive into their occupation. They can thrive in their courses and they can move forward.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's the whole point of you. This was the same like-mindedness, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, to help
Yeah.
and let them understand. So, like this podcast. Anyway.
Thank you.
Before ending, we're almost ending because we have questions, but I might call you again whenever you are free. I know you are so busy, but we will again do a podcast here and a small cup of tea.
Thank
with
you.
A better throat next time. But this is the last part. But bhaiya, this time I need only one This time I need only one word. One word or one or two words answers. It's going to be really quick. So, with your own 10 years of experience, knowledge, and everything, we are sorry, but I would not want you to explain because.
Yeah, I always go for
No, not this way. Because so that they can look forward and we can make part 2. Okay. That's how they're going to ask part 2, right? Yes. If you want part 2, answer. Okay. So, regional versus metro.
Again, this is a broad question, but he has asked me regional or metro.
Yeah.
I would say, if your situation allows,
in today's date.
Yeah. If your situation allows, go for regional.
Okay.
I can give you a couple of reasons if you want.
Quick,
yeah. One, because Australia is pushing its regional development.
Yeah.
Second, if you do not get invite in general skill migration while living in regional areas, because eventually 491 quota has been significantly dropped by the Department of Home Affairs, you will have options of employer sponsors. For example, if you're living in regional areas where the DAMA exists, or any other agreement is there, for example, aged care agreement or whatever, you have a chance. And even Department of Home Affairs is a little bit, I'm not saying they're lenient, they are fine with if you are working in supporting regional employer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skill versus qualification.
I will say both.
If you want to choose one.
I would go for skill.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Bhaiya, this is tough. Most overrated course choice right now in the market.
Very technical and tough question.
Right? Yeah.
I can explain in I think more than 2 hours, 3 hours.
Part 2.
Yeah. But he has asked me.
Single word.
Single word. Overrated.
Overrated.
We can discuss it in the second part.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine. If you don't want to answer.
Yes, because I don't want to say
misguide. Yeah,
misguide, because all the courses have their own strength and weakness.
Yes.
And that is, I don't want to blame a particular course.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to blame people. I want to say the individual is responsible if that person is studying a particular course.
Makes sense.
We cannot say that this particular course is overrated. They are, I would say, they're sold by the course providers and the agents when people are getting more invite.
Yeah. Get your point. It's more related to the individual, not about the course. It's the individual.
Was one of the toughest questions, I would say.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking, what should I?
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. Don't want to make it misguiding, right?
Yes.
So, most underrated course, if you want to.
Exactly the same answer in this. I don't want to
misguide,
degrade a course, but individual is responsible. For example, if one does a trade course and not working in the industry or in the occupation, I have seen where people studied a different course, worked in the same field, and worked, about to lose the options of PR. But at the end, they got an employer who is really willing to support. And I have seen employees give us a call. Ask what document I can provide to help this gentleman or this girl. And they help it. Like-minded employees are there to support. So same, I honestly, this is my personal opinion. No course is bad. Sorry about that.
Okay. And one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Australian migration system right now in one word.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the word?
Very refined.
Yes. I agree with you.
And
I agree with you.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yeah. The reason is, I understand why I say that nice and refined. refined means if you do not upgrade yourself,
Yes.
you cannot walk with the people. If, let's say, for example, if Australia does not refine its migration program, or they do not design it nicely, they will be far behind to the international community. The Australia needs, or any country, to thrive or to move forward the economy, they need excellent people, nice, smart people, hard-working people. So they are working to make it better for the interest of Australia,
Yeah.
not for one part of Australians, for the Australia. So that's why I always say it is very good system. The only thing is you need to be competent enough, get the opportunity in your favor.
Yeah. My God, I'm really waiting for part 2, being honest, because I still have so many questions, but it's gonna already, I believe it's gonna be 1 hour, right? We were talking, but thank you so much, and thank you so much, Bhaiya, for all these examples and information, and I would say elaboratively, because you didn't just stick to one particular line. You elaborated with particular examples, and now I believe the audience can understand how the scenarios would look individually to your particular cases. But I know he has said not to do it, but still, would, out of respect, I would love to share his contact, not directly, but team's contact, if you want to get some information, or I would say knowledge. I won't use the word consultation, that's up to you, right? Individually.
I would like to add one line in this. Today's podcast or discussion is not a migration advice.
Yeah.
It is just a friendly or family discussion, because we, when I met Kapil, I liked the way he is doing for his, to support people out there like you guys. He's a kind man, but when it comes to helping people and giving an overall overview of a segment or a sector or a particular area, it's not a migration advice.
Yeah.
Just a way you guys can move forward and can decide better, so that you become better future of your family and your friends.
Yeah.
And your the country where you live.
Yeah.
So when you become successful, it's not your success, it's your family's success. That's why I say do better first, and then your family will do the same.
Yeah. So it's more like a disclaimer that it's not a migration advice, it's more of general advices.
Exactly right.
As an, I would say in easy words, as an elder to brothers,
Yes,
to the small younger brothers or sisters.
yes,
In easy way,
yeah,
right?
definitely, yeah.
But like this podcast, share this podcast to your friends. At least one person who's thinking to come to Australia can understand so many points from this. And if you want Devender Bhaiya to come back to this podcast,
like his page and
let us know in the comment sections.
Yes.
And I will share his details in the description anyway. So see you guys.
Thank you so much.